Hello everyone. I am so glad you made it to Mary's little house in Centerville, Illinois. Uh, it's a hot day out again today. Look at poor Peanut. He's just drooping like a little wilted flower. He came in from my bed on the bedroom there on top of the bed, and it has an overhead fan for him. It is very hot, and even in the 80s right now under our air conditioning. And he was so good though. He left the comfort of his bed with that ceiling lamp and came in to sit on my lap. Look at him. He's already asleep even before I start talking. He's sort of droopy now, but he wants to sit on my lap and be sweaty with me, rather than be so comfortable under that lamp. I can't believe it, under that ceiling fan. So this, I'll let him go rest again here. Oh, he's so low, such a loyal dog. He teaches me that I want to be like God's puppy and be in his lap all the time, not never to be separated from God. As as I said in the last YouTube about the present moment, the present moment is where we embrace God and God holds us in his loving and tender love, his loving and tender care, his loving and tender protection. Oh, I'm so happy to be with you. Oh, one correction. Oh my goodness, the Holy Father is going to should zap me or something because I messed up here. Blessed John Paul II, beatified Saint Blessed Kateri Tekakwitha, the first Native American, the first North American Indian to be raised to the altar. He beatified Blessed Kateri Tekakwitha on June the 24th, 1980. So I said Paul the Sixth, and I'm so sorry. I got messed up there. But I was there. Boy, I could really. Uh, John Paul II, Blessed John Paul II, beatified little Kateri Tekakwitha on June the 24th, 1980. That's a correction from yesterday's YouTube. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. And she's going to be beatified this year, 2012, I think October the 21st. Isn't that marvelous? As an Indian missionary that I was, we've been working on this cause for a long time and praying and encouraging the Indian people and everybody to pray for her canonization. Now our prayers are being answered. I'm so happy. Well, happy feast day, everyone. I got a happy feast day on my internet. Somebody remembered to say happy feast to the feast day. It's a feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And it's a wonderful feast. So all you Carmelites out there, Carmelite fathers, priests, Carmelite brothers, and Carmelite sisters, and we have lots of friends up there. Teresa the Child Jesus is a Carmelite. All you Carmelites up in heaven and on earth, and I hope nobody's in purgatory, but if you're there, happy feast day. All the Carmelites too of the secular order of Carmelites, the lay Carmelites, what we used to call the third order, happy feast day too. And you know what? All of us have a chance to be associated and related to the Carmelite religious priests, brothers, and sisters, but by the Brown Scapular. Blessed Mother gave the church to Saint Simon Stock in the 1200s a religious habit of the scapular, not only for the consecrated religious priests, brothers, and sisters, but for us lay people too. And when the priest enrolls us with the Carmelite, with the scapular, and I'll show you. Here's my scapular. I wear it all the time underneath my clothes. Okay, I think I can get it here. Take it out. Okay. Here it is. It's just two pieces of wool, of brown wool. Sometimes it has, like here it has our Blessed Mother giving to Saint Simon Stock the scapular, the Carmelite scapular, and this one is Oh, whoever dies wearing this scapular shall not suffer eternal fire. That was the promise. Of course, we have to live a good life with Mary's help, and the scapular is a great aid to that. Well, I remember my first scapular when I was a little second grader, um, as making my first communion. We before we made our first communion and our first confession uh, and first communion, we were enrolled in the scapular. Uh, I'm praying that this will be renewed throughout the whole church. That adults who are not enrolled and the little children, especially when they make their first communion, will be enrolled in the scapular. Many of the first communion kids have the scapular in it, and I hope our priests and our catechists and DREs will really arrange that the children will be enrolled in the scapular. Let me tell you why. Well, first of all, for me personally, the scapular, I remember that very much. I remember we were over in church and the priest was up there and the sisters were there, our teachers, we have sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet, and they were up there and handing the father, the priest, the scapular. The priest, first of all, blessed the scapulars and enrolled us in the confraternity of the Carmelite order so we could get all the prayers of the priests, brothers, and sisters of the Carmelite order. A wonderful association. Well, that's really great. And then we all went up to the altar rail. We had altar rails then, and we all knelt there, and Father would come along and place the scapular over our heads, and with a little prayer, receive the scapular, habit of the Blessed Mother. I forgot the prayer. I should have got the ritual out here. But every priest can do this, has that indult to do this. Anyway, and sometimes lay people too. I'm not all sure about all that, but I think so, under certain conditions. But anyway, I remember that. And before and after, or before we did or after, I'm not sure when, we said a little short act of consecration. And that stuck with me for all my life till now. I'm 72. And here's the consecration. All of us said with the priest and the sisters before our Lord in the tabernacle and our Blessed Mother over there on the side altar, the statue of a Blessed Mother. Consecration to the Blessed Virgin Mary. O Mary, my Queen, my Mother, I give myself entirely to Thee, and to show my devotion to Thee, I consecrate to Thee this day my eyes, my ears, my mouth, my heart, my whole being without reserve. Wherefore, good Mother, as I am Thine own, keep me, guard me as Thy property and possession. That was a little act of consecration. I remember that now. We made the act of consecration to to Jesus through Mary and Joseph by way of the Montfort a consecration. We'll get to that another time. But the scapular was a chosen sign for our act of consecration, our offering ourselves to Mary so she can bring us to Jesus to Jesus through Mary. Ad Jesum per Mariam, to Jesus through Mary. Anyway, because Mary, that her whole life is to bring us Jesus, not to be in front of us or take us away from Jesus, but to bring us to Jesus. Anyway, the Mother of God Ministries, our foundress, Cynthia Louise Marie Rellihan, she wanted all our members to be enrolled in the Brown Scapular of Our Lady of Mount Carmel as a sign of our consecration. When we join the Mother of God Ministries, we make this act of consecration to Jesus through Mary and Joseph. Joseph, because our charism is the Holy Family. Every house that we have, be it private or right here at Mary's little house, is supposed to reflect the life of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, the life of the Holy Family. So when we make a consecration to Jesus through Mary, and we also through Joseph, we added that to that. That's a little unique. there to Joseph. But the sign of that consecration is this: we live, live that consecration with the help, wearing this habit of the scapular of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. I'm so grateful to be with you. I want to just, I hope I'm still with you. I'm getting cut off by my computer here. Okay, we'll be right back with you. God bless you for your great patience with me, because I'm a big klutz when it comes to this. Anyway, on the day of Cindy's death, we made our act of consecration at the National Shrine of the Miraculous Medal in Perryville, Missouri. This is right after we made it under Father Beghetto. Father Beghetto is the priest right here. He was the Vincentian Father, the Order of the Congregation of Missions, the CM, and we made the consecration right at the chapel of Our Lady of Miraculous Medal, at the side chapel where people come on pilgrimage to venerate Our Lady of Miraculous Medal. This picture was taken right after Mass, and 1 hour before Cindy died, on our way back to Belleville and to Centerville, to Mary's little house. Well, we are still wearing our scapulars. You can't see Cindy's scapular there, but you can see mine, the little dot on just below my neck there. Father just enrolled us, and about an hour later, our baby, little Laura, just about a few miles outside of St. Louis, Cindy died in a car accident. She died. The cause of death was a heart attack. She had cardiomyopathy. Anyway, she died with a scapular. And as I just read that promise, that those who die with this habit, Mary promised, will not see eternal fire, hell, will not go to hell. But she had all of us. We had converts in our ministry, and they never got invested in the scapular. So those who got invested, we renewed our love for the scapular by being reinvested. It's a sacramental, you could repeat it. And those who were converts to the Catholic faith, they got for their first time their scapular. So we have a great love and devotion for the scapular in our ministry. We also, when Cindy died, she was buried, entombed in the mausoleum at Mount Carmel Cemetery, and her tomb is looking out at Our Lady of Mount Carmel statue, a beautiful statue. There's a lot of other things I could talk about, how she got there at that tomb. But anyway, to see the Mount Carmel connection, Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And so I encourage you, catechists and fathers and priests and parents of first communicants, or people who are not enrolled, to go to your priest and to get enrolled and enroll your first communion class and all the children who are not enrolled. And I ask the Carmelite order to continue to spread the beautiful devotion of the Brown Scapular of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. God bless you all.